From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
Here we go. All right. Are your drivers getting the real load pay numbers, or are the details hidden behind the contract language?
Real numbers only. In every aspect of this question. First of all, when the company started, that was on our very high in the agenda, to make sure that the company is as transparent as it's possible. Because that's the key for good business, in my opinion. That's number one when it comes down to all the contractual obligations and everything else.
Sure.
So every little aspect, like, average trucking companies, contract with owner operators, this thick. Ours is like this thick.
Short and sweet.
It's literally, I don't even know how many pages, but like besides just the contract alone without policies, what is it? Like probably just like 10 pages, if that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and that's in a big print. It's not even like small letters or anything like that.
Yeah, a contract built around common sense.
Yeah. So, and every place talking about money is actually being highlighted and discussed at the time of orientation. So, transparency is a big thing. And if the question is more towards the rates and how I've heard a lot of carriers are chopping those rates up.
Yeah,
that is absolutely no-go under any circumstances. As a matter of fact, we do have dispatchers, some of the very strong dispatchers that joined Voyager's team, just because we do not have that silly, thing to cut the rates.
Yeah,
nobody wants to be a thief, right?
No. So with transparency and efficiency being top of the priorities, what is your actual cutoff point? I mean, how long will you run someone at a loss before you drop them, in lack of a better word?
At a loss. Well, I would say maybe a month. I say that's a good number to start, and then it depends. So, for example, if there is a little bit of loss, but you see individual is trying to get everything lined up to where it's going to be good business, then we can keep going. We can keep working towards that relationship. But if there is no light at the end of the tunnel, it's just like loss. As soon as I know about it, that should be it.
So based on that list, who's running at a loss, and let's talk about the guys who are not. So those top 5% owner operators, do you know who they are, and are they being treated like they're top 5?
I know who we are, but the funny thing about this whole situation is those top 5% of owner operators here, we're not looking for a treatment as a top 5%. We are true business-minded entrepreneurs. We're just here for good business. We're not looking for taps on the back or participation trophies or a recognition of any kind. We're just looking for a good business environment, strong dispatcher, and payday.
And that's the business.
That's the business. That's all it is. So,
So, I mean, well, with that said, what is your response to, those drivers who feel that they're working harder every week for less money?
You're not alone.
Here we go.
You're not alone. Like we've been working harder for less money, or sometimes at a loss for the last 2 years.
Which leads to the next question. It's, when margins are tight, are you eating up that cost or just simply passing it downstream?
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.
Tight or not tight, in this business, there is always quite a bit of eating the cost. I don't want to get into details and, give wrong people wrong ideas. But the amounts of money that we're spending sometimes is a little bit what's a good word? Disturbing.
Well, that's a big word. Being clear, I mean, I'm sure you're clear on what makes you profitable and what makes them profitable, meaning the owner operator. So these two things, do they clash at?
No, not really. Even sometimes if it feels like it's supposed to be a clash, or like I've seen a lot of owner operators thinking that if we're not making money, that somehow the company is making money. Mm-hmm. But that can't be any further from the truth, because this is not how it works. If you're not making money, the company is not making money. If the company is delusional, I'm not responsible for every company out there, Mm-hmm. But the way it is set up here, no, if you're not making money, we're not making money. Just like, for example, the meeting that we had this morning, right? I'm sure there are plenty of people on that list that we have discussed who are thinking that we are making money.
Yeah, I know.
And what is our position? Our position is we are not making money. We just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, because then, that comes into the next question. When the guy's struggling, but he continues to show up, which is a good thing. But what are you doing to keep that guy in the game? Like, what's the plan behind that?
Look, I think sharing the knowledge, resources, everything is there. It's one thing to show up and do something constructive, and another thing is just to show up.
Right.
These are two very different things, and if you're willing to play ball and you're willing to make a change, sometimes that may not be the change that you like, but I make a lot of changes I don't like too. A lot of people do in professional life, right? Mm-hmm. It's just good business. So I think if you're willing to play ball, we can do a lot. But if you're just willing to show up and let me give you another counter argument. The dispatcher who comes to work every day, but he sucks.
Yeah, showing up is not enough.
Yeah, so here we go.
I mean, would you personally run these loads at today's fuel and maintenance costs?
Yes.
That was easy, guys.
Well, because again, just like I said, what is the alternative?
I know, but you're gonna, how do you? That's the thing. Like, how do you?
And by no means I'm saying that the rates are great. I'm not saying that.
No, but
I'm just saying, if I had a truck, if I was an owner operator right now, and the rates were where we at, I would actually run more than during 2021.
How do you handle the drivers who feel that they're getting the short end of every single time? That's more of a feelings than the real issue, right? Yeah, for sure. It's real. It's the people business.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk what the problem is, and it's a two-way street. So let's talk about it. Maybe some improvements can be made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
at the end of the day, I think it's case by case.
That's
just
fair.
individual to individual. But if you no matter what, you always feel like today you feel like you're getting a short end of a stick because of this. Tomorrow you feel that you're getting a short end of a stick because of that. Maybe your middle name is a short stick.
Yeah, because that perception is going to be his reality, right? And so then that's it. It's very hard to to change that guy's mental theater of what he thinks is actually out there. This is a business. Like cash flow is king. Like,
but if for any reason you feel that you in some specific situation got the shorter end of a stick, let's talk. Let's see what happens. Maybe somebody made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a specific retention strategy, or just hope that the recruiting department replaces that guy really quick after one quits?
I really the strategy to keep the best drivers is already there by default, because again, fuel discounts, this, that, like everything else, we just keep on looking for some sort of some sort of improvements for owner operators to run more successful business. But if somebody cannot be pleased, then we cannot be pleased. It just, I'm not gonna, the owner operator who is, screams every day that trucking is dead and like I'm gonna save more money by staying home. I'm not gonna drive to his house and drag him out of a home and force him into the truck and send him on the road
And pay his bills.
and pay his bills. Unfortunately, he has to grow up and do all those things. And I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna show up every day.
Here we go. The next set of questions get a little bit deeper. Guys, stay tuned. Part 4.
Take care, guys.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.